Hey, this is Rick Brandenburg for North Carolina State University and Turf for Bugs and Rock and Roll. And my wife and I are really excited. I mean, really excited to have Caleb home from college, and he's going to be contributing each week. Okay. As I said, my wife and I are happy to have Caleb home from college, and he'll be contributing each week. No. Okay. As I was saying, my wife and I are okay with Caleb going to be here for 14 weeks. It's going to be a long summer. Let me go somewhere quiet. Okay, just wanted to touch on something I talked about a couple weeks ago, and that was using degree days and figuring out how quickly things are going to warm up. And this has been a really strange spring for most of the U.S., primarily because it was a really strange winter. And those of you in the southern hemisphere are saying, you know, well, what about this cold winter or whatever? We had record summer temperatures and record heat, so we don't believe that. But in the U.S., many of the areas were cold, many of the areas had a lot of precipitation, and it's really kind of changed things. And you know, I talk about degree days, and a couple weeks ago I was at a golf course in Delaware, and they were using degree days to predict annual bluegrass weevil and when they should treat for it. And their degree days were telling them that they were even ahead of last year. So degree days really weren't behind. But as we look around, and this is my zoysia grass lawn, and it's May 11th, and typically on May 11th this would be 100% green, and it's probably 50% green this year. So obviously in this case things are behind, and I think there are a lot of reasons behind it. In Raleigh, North Carolina, we had a lot of cloudy days. We never got the solar radiation really warming the soil temperature up, even if the air temperature was warm. So the reality is there's no foolproof way of really determining when things are going to happen, and you can use degree days and other factors to help get you close. But when it comes right down to it, you really need to get out and monitor and figure out what's going on in your location if you want to be on top of when pest problems occur. Hope that helps. We'll look forward to seeing you again soon, and Kayla's back in town, so you're going to hear some more guitar. See you then. Bye-bye.